Hello, this is Steve Thoele, principal broker with Premier Property Group, and bringing you another update on the Tigard real estate market. This update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity ending this past Sunday, February 12th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now, go through the info with you. Always want to put a plug in, though, if you already haven't done so, to please just subscribe to my YouTube channel if you already haven't. It's a really great way for you to stay up to date on what's happening in your local Tigard market as I put these out on a very regular basis. So before you leave, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you already haven't. So with that said, on with the update here. So looking at active listing activity, this last week we had 13 new homes come on the market in Tigard. And you can kind of see we've seen a kind of nice little uptick in activity since the beginning of the year. Which is not surprising after kind of getting through the holiday season. The amount of total listings, as you can kind of see, remains to be pretty steady. We had 138 this last week, which is a little bit of a drop off of kind of where we were in the 150s for month or so prior to that. And you'll see here why that happened here in a minute. The median list price and days on market for the active listings, that's been very steady, as you can kind of see. Had a low of 750 here 8 weeks back. Other than that, it's been kind of in the 770s for the most part from that point forward. And then days on market, you can kind of see we got down to about 65 days here about 5 weeks back. Has been on the uptick since then. This most recent reading is about 86 days of average market time for these 138 current listings that are on the market. And then moving along to pendings. Pretty dramatic increase in pendings over this past month, which is really great to see. Definitely some more activity has kind of been infused here in the market. This last week we had 28 homes go into pending status, which you can kind of see matches a high for this past 8 weeks, and certainly big increase in activities since kind of late last year, early this year. And then ended the week with 106 homes in pending status, which you can kind of see is definitely a high for this past 8 weeks after getting down to a low of about 50. So we basically kind of doubled our amount of pending inventory in the last 6 weeks in Tigard, which is pretty dramatic. And the median price and days on market for those pendings, you can kind of see where that's tracked. So we kind of got up to a high of 620 here about 7 weeks back. It did fall back. Got down to about 580 for a couple weeks. This last week popped back up to about 600,000. So 600,000 is the median price for these most recent, all these 106 currently pending homes. And then days on market, that has been on the decline trend here over the past 8 weeks. We got up to about 42 days as a high, and it has kind of come down to currently a number of about 30 days of average market time. Again, for these most recent 106 homes in contract. And then we'll look at sold listing activity, which is kind of the opposite of pendings. So, we had slow pendings to begin with, and then we've had an increase from there. Well, we have definitely kind of a slowdown in number of closings over this past month due to due to that lesser number of pendings that we had, to begin with. And we had 16 homes go from pending to sold this last week, which was a nice little bump up from the prior few weeks here where we had lower activity. When I look over the prior 4 weeks, I show we had 40 closings in Tigard, which has been pretty steady over the past 3 weeks, as you can kind of see, but definitely down from where we were earlier in this period. The median sold price and days on market for those sold listings, that hasn't moved a whole lot, as you can kind of see. We, kind of got up to 575 as a high, and this last week was just a slight low at 539. So pretty relatively tight range in terms of pricing goes for the solds. The days on market, that started off at 36, kind of climbed up to 53 days about a month ago. You can kind of see has been back on the decline now over the past month, getting down to about 32 days of average market time for the most recent 40 sales that have taken place. And then we'll finish up looking at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So red bars is that weeks of inventory number. We were started off about 9 weeks of inventory to begin with, and that's kind of, crept up to 16 weeks here 2 weeks back, and it fell back to closer to about 14 weeks this last week, based upon the the drop in active listings that we had this last week. So based upon current supply and demand, 14 weeks, that's about about 3.5 months worth of inventory right now. But again, I would expect to see this number start to come down as we move into the weeks ahead here, based upon kind of the pending activity that we're currently seeing. And then the sale price as a percent of the list price, you can kind of see that we kind of started off at right around 93% here to begin with, and it's been on the increase. So this last week kind of came in at a high over 8 weeks at a little over 96%. So pricing power is kind of returning a little bit to the seller, it appears, as the market has kind of started to pick up here again over the past 3 to 4 weeks now. So that is the update. Hope it was helpful for you. And as always, if I can be of any help or answer any questions about what's happening in the market, please don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is all down below, phone number and email. So please feel free to give me a call, send me an email, and we can have a chat. So as always, really appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great day and week ahead, and we will see you on the next update.